about me.
It's
always
me.
me.
It's me
Forgot the
tonight.
green and the green machine.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
That's the problem, we forget the Greek and the green machine. Whoops.
Alright, so you guys, some of you have done a 6-day challenge before, some of you it might be your first, but in your energy pack and with your shakes at home, it gives you a good boost for energy. You feel awesome, I think we can all agree. We have simple steps for you as you went through the 6 days. It's delicious nutrition. You have fun and you might have seen some results. Clearly you get entertained here, so that's awesome. You got your 6 shakes, that's awesome.
That thing is good for your health.
Yes,
it is.
an ab workout for you. Shake tea and aloe is what we all know. So 2 shakes a day, that's for weight loss. We have 1 shake a day, that's for maintenance. We have the complete meal replacement in our shake, so we'll get to that on the next slide. And it's jam-packed with vitamins and minerals. So your shake is 24 grams of protein. There's 4.5 grams of fat, 24 vitamins and minerals. They're just 200 calories, 18 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fiber. You get all your macros in that. Tea, we have antioxidants, herbal blend, and then it's a thermogenic benefit. It increases your energy, it boosts metabolism, which we all love, gives you good mental clarity, and it's packed with 23 vitamins and minerals. And then your aloe. So you probably heard even Jake or Laura say this, thinking of aloe vera, soothing the skin. That's what it does to our insides. So it's awesome for digestion. Okay, mocktails. How do we feel about them?
So fun.
Yeah, it's different, it's fun. I feel like that's like the norm now. People are kind of straying away from drinking the alcohol, which is nice. We didn't have the mule, I just want to point out, but you can make this at home. When you guys came in, you probably noticed it tells you what's in the mocktail. So very low calories on all of them, no sugar in any of them, which is great. If you're looking down here, it's not fun to look at, but high calories in the real thing. It has 20 to 30 grams of sugar. If you guys did, I think it was the February with the sugar challenge, 50 grams a day is what we're supposed to be intaking. So to see that be 20 to 30, it was kind of eye-opening. And I know when I'm on vacation, I'm not going for the standard size. Give me the bucket, give me the tall boy. So just think about that.
This is pretty 8 ounces, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it's 8 ounces.
Yeah. So these are great.
No.
Keep them coming. So these are a great alternative to alcohol. So alcohol is just empty calories. We don't want that. So if you guys want to, I want to mention, we have everything in-house tonight. If you want to take any of the product home with you, you have that mocktail packet. It tells you everything you need to make those at home. We can get you rocking with that. Perfect for this summer weather that we're having. Have your friends over for a game night, any of that. Beautiful.
Okay, my turn.
Yes, Laura.
Mary, this one. Sketching or shake.
Which one? Beth,
Okay.
can you sing a quick little intro for us? Let's hear your voice.
Me? Like I don't talk enough, I'll take
Yeah.
it. Sure. My name is Beth, and this is my first challenge, and I'm a teacher, and I'm here.
And then you're going to sing for us too, right?
It might be a duet in the future. I can hear it.
I can be the baritone.
Too bad Jackie had to leave.
Does
She's
Jackie
in
sing?
Yeah, she's in a musical.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
So she could have actually sung, and that would have
Oh,
been amazing. Jane, I'll bring it to you.
then I might not sing if she's actually
Yeah,
singing.
I just showed up.
She's like in musicals. singing.
Oh
I'm
my
like in the car.
All right, do you guys have this interactive sheet?
Yep.
So we're gonna go through this today. Smart ordering sheet. So we picked 3 restaurants. Olive Garden, which I'm sure none of you have ever been to before in the last 24 hours, Wendy. Panda Express and Chipotle. That's where they went for Mother's Day, was Olive Garden. We did it this way so that we had an Italian, a Mexican, and an Asian option. So you might not frequent one of these, but maybe you frequent something in the same category. So we wanted to teach you how to do smart ordering around the category, okay? So we're gonna call this Find the Landmines. It's not good when you hit a landmine, okay? That's a bad deal. I think that was supposed to be animated, but. So what are items that seem healthy, but actually aren't? You guys ever stare at your menu and you're like, is that good for me? this is the face that you might make. So let's talk about Olive Garden. Some people might pick this. I would have picked this. A breadstick with a house salad with grilled salmon. I thought that was a real good choice. There's some landmines in there we're gonna talk about, okay? So let's talk about it. Look at the calories and the protein on these 3 items. They're pretty big. They're not exactly what we want. Who knows if I've got something that is 100 calories, how many grams of protein do I want it to be?
1.
No?
1 or 10.
10. 1 or 10. Yeah, how many zeros am I dropping? So the rule is, if you have 100 calories, drop to 0, you want to have 10 grams of protein. Okay, if something has 15 grams of protein in it, how many calories should it have? 150. We add a 0. Beth, nailed it. First time in. Love it. So this is not a great option. I also want you to think on your scans, do you know what your calorie intake is for weight loss? For me, I'm 5 feet tall. I have 52 pounds of muscle on me, which is nothing. Nothing at all. My calorie intake for the day is 1,100. This shoots it in one meal. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'm gonna have you guys grab your sheet because we're gonna talk about a healthier option at Olive Garden. So you're gonna see grilled chicken margarita, 640 calories, 65 grams of protein. That is a 10-to-1 ratio. If it were me with my size, who knows what I might do with that meal to stay on plan.
Cut it in half.
Cut it in half. And then that's actually what I want for my meal. 300-ish calories, 30 grams of protein, roughly. That's fantastic. Okay, here's another good option. Grilled salmon. How many grams of protein? 45. It's not perfect, but it's much better than 1,000 calories. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about why it works. Lean grilled chicken breast, topped with tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil pesto on a bed of zucchini. There's no heavy pastas, and there's no cream sauces. Now some of you are like, that's the fun part, right? I can see the faces. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But if you're really like, dang it, I want to be on plan, I want to hit my goals, my family wants to go to Olive Garden, what do? Here's an option for you, okay? Staying on your plan with your mind right. The modifications you can make even on top of it, ask for light or no pesto drizzle to cut the fat, or pair with steamed broccoli instead of soup and breadsticks. You can always ask for veggies to be prepared without butter and oil. The 2 big landmines, you see this? Avoid chicken Alfredo, 1,570 calories. Whoa. Or tour of Italy, 1,550 calories in one meal. Okay, big landmines. So if I'm looking at cheat sheets, okay, protein. You could do, what kind of protein did they mention? Chicken, there was one more. Salmon, chicken or salmon. Veggie or side option, what were they?
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
And zucchini.
Bed of zucchini, yep, is what that came on. What could you guys do for a beverage?
Water with lemon.
Water with lemon's a great option. What if you do want to indulge in a little adult beverage?
8 ounces of red wine.
8 ounces of red wine is an option.
Right.
There's an option that's even a little better. It's splitting hairs, but it's a little better.
Like just cranberry juice and soda water or something?
Close. You could do vodka with clear soda.
Oh.
The cranberry's high in sugar. That's why I wouldn't do that. So I'd maybe do a lemon, like Wendy said, or something like that. Or a splash of cran if you're just gonna do cran.
Yeah.
But clear alcohol, clear mixer. Do any of you watch, not The Office, Parks and Rec? Do you know Ron Swanson?
Yeah.
One of his mottos is clear alcohols for rich women on diets.
Yep.
Kind of true. But clear alcohol, clear mixer, Ron Swanson's right. Red wine would be the next option. White wine, the third option. Again, it's splitting hairs with the red versus the white. The white has a little bit more sugar. But those are kind of your 3 best adult beverages. Otherwise, water is a great option. I don't know if they're doing a lot right now. We were just talking about Olipop, and what was the other one you mentioned? Poppy. If either of those are available, they're a soda, but they're about 30 calories. So they don't have any alcohol in them. They're just kind of a fizzy, fun thing. What I find with the mocktails, because I don't drink, mocktails can be so high in sugar. So just be careful, okay? And then do you remember what the modifications were?
No butter or oil.
Yep, no butter or oil, light on the pesto. That's what we got for Italian, okay? We're gonna move on to, I almost said, we're gonna move on to panda, which is Asian. Okay, Asian's I love Italian, I'm an Italian girl at
This is gonna
heart.
break my heart, I think.
I know, but Asian food is my thing. And this would absolutely be my order. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, that's tough to see. That's a big landmine. So we're gonna talk about how to make this healthier, okay? Now you're gonna look at this and be like, that's not even Asian. That's the option. Okay, I'll get to better options in a minute. This is like peak performance. I 100% have my goals in mind. This is what you're getting, okay? I'm gonna give you another option. Super greens and grilled teriyaki chicken. I'm clear, that doesn't feel very Asian foodish. Let me show you the next one, okay? So here's some things, look at this. Grilled skinless chicken thigh with a light glaze paired with cabbage, kale, and broccoli. You can skip the rice or chow mein or go double super greens for fiber. So this is what I do when I have Asian food. If I'm really staying on top of my program, I will get whatever Asian chicken type I want. It's probably not grilled chicken teriyaki. It's probably like a sweet and sour, honestly, for me, right? Because I'm not like at the top of wanting to stay at my goals. I'm 2 rungs down, but I don't want to totally blow it. Does that make sense? So I get what I want for my main dish. But then I do get super greens for a side. And I try to eat that first. And then I have some of my husband's fried rice. Because I love fried rice. And he always gets it, and I can always have a couple of spoonfuls, and that's enough for me. But avoid orange chicken. Look at 19 grams of sugar. So imagine 19 grams of sugar with the Mai Tai. You're over your sugar in one meal. It's wild. Beijing beef is another real, you gotta be real careful about that, okay?
There were the 2 I actually get. In the plate.
I always get the grilled chicken. I don't care for the breads. What about sushi?
Okay, sushi is not bad. Raw fish is what sushi tends to be, right? Now, it does have rice with it, but rice isn't necessarily a deal breaker.
Rice, yeah.
Yes. Now remember, top of my goals, I'm probably gonna eat as little rice as possible. 2 rungs down, I'm gonna have some rice with my sushi rolls. So kind of depends on where you're at right now in your mindset.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That's a great question. Someone else just asked me that at Coach's
Yeah.
Corner.
They just opened a sushi restaurant in Delano, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Umiya's.
Actually, yes. Allie Hain was just there.
Yeah.
The Delano Club.
Umiya's, and
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, this is so good, but I can't have it.
No, you can, just in your moderations.
Yeah.
And the fish is fantastic and it's lean.
Yeah, I always get the salmon and choices, and
Yeah.
sometimes the shrimp, but usually the salmon
Yeah.
choices and things.
Yeah, because it kind of depends on what.
It does. It does. That's why I said the raw fish. Because there's a lot of other stuff you can get into sushi, which is a whole other mess. Yeah.
I was gonna just say about the orange chicken.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's has
Yes.
a great orange chicken until you look at the back of it.
It tastes delicious.
But if you think you're, getting a good thing because you shopped at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not.
No. And that's that orange glaze and the breading. So that's another thing I try to see if I can get it without breading on whatever it is I'm getting. It'll save me some calories. And they all add up. Okay, Chipotle. This one is a big one, so I'm gonna go over it as quick as I can, but if you want pictures, let me know. I want you to picture your burrito bowl has all 6 of these things and small chips. Okay?
It does.
You're like, that is my order.
That's-
This is actually not as bad as the other 2,
Yeah.
but it's still not awesome. But look at how many calories are in the small chips.
Yeah.
540.
So 795 calories includes the 540?
Oh,
No.
No.
I was like, no, I'm just not
No,
gonna
I thought so too at
No.
first, yeah.
No. The goal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
They also have a calculator online where you can select different things and build your own bowl and play with your macros.
Yes.
Oh,
I
really?
do that all the time.
It is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
Because here's what you could do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. This is the healthier option. What is missing?
Rice.
Rice, what else?
Sour cream chips.
Sour cream,
Cheese.
chips,
Guac.
cheese, guac. all the fun stuff.
Can't
Right?
miss a box of good belly fat eater.
Guac is a good fat. It's just where are you in your calories, right?
I can lose the sour cream, but I don't.
Yep. So this is like a pretty perfect ratio. And again, for me, I would divide this in half and it'd be 2 meals for me.
Yeah.
For you, based on your calories, that might be 1 meal. But you could add in a little guac if you know where your calories are, because that's a good healthy fat. But again, are you at the top of your goal going for it, or are you 2 rungs down? You kind of need to make some mindset choices. Okay? Now, to Mary's point, one of the things that I also love to do is do their little calculator online and play around with things. You can even ask for half servings and get to where you want to be for your calories and your macros. So that's a really, really, really great thing to do with Chipotle. I know I'm flying through without going all the way through the sheet again, but for the sake of time, otherwise I'll keep you here till 6:30. It's just kind of how I'm gonna roll with it. Why it works: chicken is lean, beans give you fiber and plant protein. You're skipping the heavy cheese, the sour cream, the tortillas. Your modifications: add extra veggies, skip the rice for lower carbs, swap chicken for steak if you want to do something a little bit more fancy, or opt for no shell or tortillas to save on calories and carbs.
So swapping chicken for steak, and I just said I
Yeah.
always get steak.
Yeah.
Is that like better, worse?
It's a little bit higher fat, but it's still kind of a 6 in one hand, half dozen in another. Splitting hairs, kind of like white wine, red wine. Yeah. It's just another way you can split it up to get more flavor, because it will have more fat in it, so it's more flavorful. Jake,
What was that saying?
splitting hairs.
A half a dozen and then it's like splitting hairs.
It's the same
thing.
I've never heard that. It's so.
I love that saying.
I have a question. What was that metaphor?
It was great.
Thank
6
you.
and a half dozen.
6 and a half dozen. Thank you.
Makes
It's a horse apiece.
I've never heard that before.
Horse apiece. I like
Horse
that one
apiece,
too.
that's the one that Mary says. Okay, look at burrito. With rice, beans, cheese, sour cream, and guac, 12 to 1400 calories. That's my whole daily intake.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, we're gonna end with, and you can take notes on this one, the 8 swaps and tips. Okay, what to do instead. Number 1, ask for your dressing on the side. Dressings and sauces are 200 to 400 calories. It's pretty significant. So I get mine on the side, I dip my fork in it, and then I
That's
eat
what I
salad.
always do too, and you don't notice the difference.
You don't, and you still have that rest
Yes,
of
I know,
left.
like otherwise you pour all that on there, and you
Yes.
get all the.
And then your lettuce is drippy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. That'll save you 200 calories. Fried anything. When you see the word crispy, we're not going for that. Code word for high cal. So
Or
instead, choose grilled, roasted, or baked. What did you say, Jane?
Or breaded.
Breaded. Breaded is another word. It's very similar, yes. Number 3, the bottomless chips and bread. Okay, I have to be in a mindset and I have to really want my goals to say no to that. But there are a lot of days where I'm willing to say no to it because I want to be really at the top of my health goals. We're going to talk about that on tip number 8. Sometimes I'm 2 rungs down though and I eat all the chips and bread. You guys need to make some mindset decisions on where you're at. You could instead ask for it with your meal. That's the way you still get it in, but you don't eat the whole thing before your meal arrives. Does that make sense?
That's smart.
Yeah, it is really smart because you can get some of your protein in, have some water, and then also enjoy some chips and bread, but not fill up on chips and bread. And how long does chips and bread keep you full for?
Not.
Long enough for your meal to show up and then you eat your whole meal, right? It's on purpose. It's very much on purpose. Loaded drinks. They also serve you chips and bread. I'm sure you know this because it's what? Do you know what it is?
Salty.
Salty. And salty makes you
Thirsty.
thirsty. And then you drink loaded drinks.
Bless you.
Bless you. So, see, tequila and soda water. Rich women on a diet. I need to find that clip of Ron saying it because it's so funny. But yeah, we know this. We've already learned this. Actually, I was just talking to a girl in Coach's Corner on Monday. She said, I really don't think I have enough calories in my day. She's at 1,600 and she should be at 1,600. So I had her do a food log for 3 days. And all 3 days she had alcohol all 3 days, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's 200 to 400 calories. Does that make sense? She kept saying, I'm getting my 1,600 calories in. I think I need more because I feel faint. I don't feel good. I'm starving. I was like, oh, look at 400 calories of alcohol that you could be having as 400 calories of food. So if you make that swap back to food, I think 1,600 calories is where you need to be for weight loss. because otherwise you're eating 1,200 calories. And she's tall, 5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, 5'10". She's muscular.
She's pretty lean.
She's lean. She's working out a lot.
Yeah.
She's like, I just feel faint. I'm like, I would too if I had 1,200 calories and was working out like you did at your height. But she kept saying, I'm hitting my calories. Does that make sense? 400 of it is in alcohol. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes you can hit your calories and have your alcohol, but how much food do you get to have then really to fuel your body? Number 5, healthy salads. I have fallen victim to this one. Whew, 1,000 plus calories. Have you ever walked into some of these places? Some of these salad places? I'm like, oh my God, what is in that? That's insane. I'm gonna go to Panda Express instead. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. But you can build your own protein, greens, and smart toppings. Most of the places I find that have salad, I can go online and do a macro builder like Chipotle Bowl. But if I'm at a sit-down restaurant, I usually do just build my own. I'll look at what they have for a side salad option, and then I'll just say add chicken to the side salad. And put some broccoli on the side, whatever else I might want. It tends to be much less calories. Now, I also really enjoy, what's it called? The Yard House in downtown Los Angeles. I go there a lot for work. They have a huge salad that is amazing. It's 1,300 calories. So I take off the cheese, the eggs, the guac, the sour cream, like it's got all of that all around it. Actually, I just keep the guac, but I dip the guac kind of like a dressing. I probably save myself 600 calories on that salad just by taking off some of that stuff.
Why do you take the eggs out?
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, the egg yolk has a lot of fat in it, and I have enough protein in the chicken.
Got it.
Because one of the other things that I think we sometimes do, I've fallen prey to this as well, is like, oh, that has protein, I can have it. Well, it already has 30 grams. So if I'm adding 10 to 15 more grams of protein, it's not gonna do my body any good. It's gonna store as fat anyway. Your body can only handle so much protein at once. So sometimes I think that's another mindset thing we do. We go, oh, it's protein, it's fine. I get enough with the chicken. I actually am really into kidney beans right now. I'm working on my fiber content. I'm super into fiber right now, y'all. If you want to talk about cooking later, it's my favorite topic. I'll have a salad that has enough protein with the kidney beans on it that I don't need to add chicken, which feels weird in my head, but it's true when I add up all the protein on there. So sometimes I just do like a plant-based salad that has enough protein. I don't need the chicken. So that's been new for me like the last 3 weeks, Chris. Oh, whoops. The portion creep. For those of you who've been overseas and have been eating food overseas at any point in time, Mary just came back from Italy last night, you know American portions really are as insane as they say with the supersized meat.
It's so funny. Eric and I
Yeah.
commented multiple times, like, these portions are tiny, but we were perfectly full.
Perfectly full.
Never too full.
Yep.
It was shocking.
Same
Same with
thing.
Belize.
Yes.
Perfect portions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to Europe in March and November last year, and same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so tiny.
Yes.
Perfectly full.
Yep.
So just keep in mind, sometimes they're 2 to 3 servings. So if you box half of it right away, you might find you're full with what's on your plate, and you get 2 meals for 1, which in today's economy is actually a really great deal. Okay, number 7, high cal add-ons, sour cream, queso, extra cheese. I feel like we've already talked about this a lot. We're just gonna ask for it on the side. And finally, the I earned it mentality. I am way over on my time, you guys. I'm so sorry. We're gonna keep you late today. This has been such good conversation. The I earned it mentality. I really have found that sometimes we feel like we earn our calories, we get to eat it. And I've heard people say we're not a puppy, right? We don't earn our food. That's not what we are. We're people. So we really have to make some mindset decisions. I also have people say to me, oh my God, do you go out to eat and just eat perfectly when you're with your family? And how can you do that? I want to have a life. And I get that. I do too. But for me, it's not weight loss. For me, it's very much health. I want my heart to be healthy. I want my brain to be healthy. I want my body to be healthy. And when I can get into that mentality, I know that if I eat the way that I might eat, affects that. I'm not going to be as light as I want to be on Monday. It's a mindset shift. And Wendy and I have talked about this a lot over the years. Once you can make that shift, good night. Jake's another one. When you see Jake make that decision, it's crazy. I've seen Jake make that decision 3 times. That wasn't a dig at him. That was like.
We don't recommend that.
No, we don't recommend 3 times. Maybe once, maybe twice, fall off the bandwagon, come back. But I just want you guys to think about that. It's not a weight loss thing. It's very much a mentality of your health. How long do you want to be with your family? We've had some deaths in the club recently, and they were from things that probably could have been prevented a little bit longer if people's health would have been a little bit stronger. That's what it is for me versus, I can't believe you don't get fried rice at Panda Express. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, well, I get it. I'm not doing it because I need to lose weight. I have reasons I want to stay on the earth a little longer, and I want to feel good about it. So that's my number 8. I'm sorry it took so long. I think I'm calling you up. Come on up, Jakey.
That was really good though.
Thank you.
I know it took a little longer, but that was some good information.
Yeah.
Very good.
You gotta work that?
Yours,
All right. Sorry, I'm just kidding. So yeah, trying to learn how to do this, you know. All right. So what's next? So first time challengers.
I think it's bad.
Beth?
Yeah, congrats.
That's awesome. Welcome. So for what's next for you guys that are not on a program or looking for a program, there's a few different programs we recommend. First one's the FAST program. That's come with basically what you get when you come in. Shake, tea, and aloe. It's kind of our core. Oh, did I hit the wrong button there? Jesus, I can't handle this. So it's basically just that. Now each one we're going to add a few more products. So that's going to be the FAST. The next one's going to be the Faster. We're going to be adding our multivitamin and our cell activator. The multivitamin is just going to kind of fill in the cracks. Something we always talk about is we're not necessarily getting the right nutrition from all of our foods these days. A lot of our food that we get doesn't have the nutrition we used to have coming from how we grow it and the additive stuff we get. So multivitamin is very important to help fill in the gaps. One thing you notice, it's kind of remarkable about our Herbalife vitamin. Normally people take vitamins, they don't notice anything. I truly believe, and other coaches can attest to, when you use our multivitamin, you can tell, maybe not right away, but if you get off it, you're gonna tell.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna feel a little more sluggish. And then the other one is the cell activator. Another product that you might not necessarily feel something, but you know it's helping your body absorb nutrition. One thing we can attest to that is, we've always said it, you know, it absorbs everything into your system. So if you do like a couple alcohol beverages, you'll notice it sucks the alcohol into your system, and you gotta be careful sometimes.
Cheap date.
So, cheap date, yeah, everyone says cheap date, but we don't recommend that. And that's just the way we know it works, because we've had friends over the last few years where they have 2 drinks and all of a sudden they're wasted, and then they're like, what's going on? Like, oh, you took your cell activator. So that's good for your core nutrition. That's gonna just help you feel better. Kind of what Laura just touched on, not necessarily weight loss. It's just about feeling better and helping your life be a little bit better. And then the next one is the Faster program. Very similar to the last program, kind of like 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other.
Yeah!
We're just gonna be adding some extra protein. I was thinking, how am I gonna get that in while I was sitting there? I love that. It's gonna be adding some extra protein to your program. Swimsuit in a cup, you know, it's low calorie, low sugar, high protein. As you start out, sometimes you have trouble or it's challenging to find high protein sources with low calories. Great snack. I usually mix that with my Greek yogurt with some type of fruit. Tastes like a fruit salad, loaded protein, keeps you full. And that also includes everything else. And then as your program, you get support and accountability. I think I just met with a couple people right before this. I told them, just so you know, like, I'm gonna be texting you a lot. Like, if I start bugging you, just let me know. And one of them said, well, I'll just ignore you if you become too much. I was like, of course she said that. The other person was like, you won't be bugging me. So just know, like, that's part of it. When you get on a program, your coaches are here for you and work with you. We do real-time check-ins, motivation, accountability. You also get your weekly on-the-go body scans. We do your meal planning.
I wish we did meal prepping.
Yeah.
I wish I did too.
I know.
Maybe that'll be another phase.
Yeah,
Get
I will.
different-
One day we'll get there.
Yeah. Healthy recipes and shake ideas. Like we just went through that last little thing about, I mean, I learned so much from that
Good.
1 through 8, like how to help do things, because I'm guilty of a lot of that. Breadstick, for example, 140 calories for one. At Olive Garden, like that's crazy. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
So them are just things, and we're always kind of teaching new things too. Anyone want to share the results? Did anyone have any decent results they want to share? Anyone? I'm not looking at anyone in particular. It can be the 6-day challenge or a past result. No, okay, I can share mine. Mine, like Laura said, I've been on a roller coaster. I've been in this for 12 years. This time around during COVID, I let myself go. I got up to 347 pounds. I'm currently at 270, so I've lost almost 80 pounds. That's been over the course of a couple of years too. So, you know, I have a lot of weight to lose and I'm still working on it, but that's kind of my results centered around core nutrition. That faster, fastest. Like those are the programs I'm on. I'm actually on the fastest program with a few other products thrown in there.
I can share mine real quick. I recommitted January 10th, like I said, I talked a little bit during my section, but I'm down 14.7 pounds as of this morning since January 10th. Thank you.
Okay, just anyone new?
Oh my God.
Not
anyone
new.
new, Beth?
Like- Okay, thank you.
I actually, this 6 weeks, I think I went up a pound or a pound point 2, but I'm down 2 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working on. Because
This.
I think if I get rid of this extra 100-pound sack around me, and then a lot more things will do a heck of a lot better. So
Yeah.
that's more what I'm focused on than actual weight loss, but it's fat loss.
There. Yeah.
Good, love it.
I could share a non-scale picture.
Yeah.
Can we talk goals?
I just felt like my job is like exhausting to me. I felt like more perky. I feel like
They're so perky.
like it's like the after lunch slump typically is like, oh my god, get me out of here, the kids drive me crazy, I'm tired, like whatever. And I don't think it was the kids, I'm telling y'all. I think it was like actually having a shake. I like decided to do them for lunch instead. And it just like, I didn't feel bogged down at all. And I just felt a lot better. My scale was like fine, whatever, I don't know, but
Your scale was great.
was it? I don't know, it's in my feelings.
We're gonna go over on Thursday.
Okay.
And that's the nutrition, right? That's good nutrition. It's crazy how we feel.
Yeah.
You know, we're not just a weight loss company. We're the nutrition company. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate that. All right, so if you're brand new, I think everyone has had a wellness eval, but that's, you know, something that goes along with our perks that we really teach. So if you have any friends or family that are interested in something like this, it's a free service. We do the free aloe tea and shake when you come in. Results get rewards. So this is along the lines of if you have any friends. We do a lot of perks and like giveaways if you bring in a friend that wants to learn how to do this as well. So for example, one friend that comes in and gets a 3-day trial that everyone gets on, you get a tumbler and 3 tea kits. Someone just tried to buy this.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
Someone tried to buy that.
Yeah, they tried to buy it. Oh, I can't get it. And so on. 2, 3, 4, 5 works on coffee and a hat, and so on like that. Any questions on that? Pretty good. Ask your coach if you got more. Bring 3 to your next challenge. We'll start, when's the next one? June 2nd. If you get 3 friends that want to join you, your entry fee is free. I might as well tell you, I'm from Superior, my education, my sometimes I trip a little bit.
I trip a little bit.
That's what Laura always says, but then I always come back and she's from Moose Lake.
True.
Like,
It's kind of
it's gotta be worse.
I could say fee for free.
Now she's making fun of my speech impediment. Just kidding. Okay, everyone got their shake day card?
Yes.
If you completed your 6 days here, you get to bring a friend in and have a level 2 combo on us with them. And if you've already brought in 3 or referred a few, this next session might be for you. And I'm gonna bring up Laura to tell you what's next.
Yeah, this will just be really quick, you guys. So, we are looking for coaches. If you guys have been here during a coach's corner or at any time ever in the last week and a half, you know we are busy. And we're looking for people for coaching, not just to work behind the bar. But we are looking for a few people to maybe do that too. If you haven't seen this yet, Miss Courtney, I'll just point out, brand new coach. She's been here for 8 weeks and has already earned $1,017 just in coaching.
Good.
That's not
job,
here.
girl.
Yeah, over $1,000 in 8 weeks. So if you are interested in if you know somebody who's interested in that, or you yourself might be, sometimes you start bringing friends and you're like, actually this is kind of fun. And it's like something I could really easily fit into my life. I go to Coach's Corner anyway. I go to the challenge anyway. Could be a good fit. So that is one of the things that you could do. Part-time, you can see 250 to 1,000 part-time, so Courtney, you just pulled that right out of the ballpark. I already told you some of the stories, but these are also people we know. If you notice over there, that's our career ladder. You can see you always start as a client. The next step, if you choose to pursue, is a hub coach. Then some people decide to become club coaches, which means they work behind the bar, and they build their business behind the bar. And then some people choose to open their own nutrition club. So that's where we have it. You can stop anywhere on that ladder. Some of you are like, I love being a happy client. We love you being a happy client. But we do have that whole ladder we just want you guys to know about. Isn't this cute? You brought the spice. Now here's your prize. That means I'm calling up Mary.
All right. All right, you guys. So you have options for continuing moving forward. You can schedule your fuels from a profile. I think you all have done your profile. You can start earning some swag. Or and Jake kind of talked through that kind of stuff. You can find 3 friends to join you at your next challenge. And you can schedule your next buy scan. We have Coach's Corner text. Are you all in the text that comes
I
out?
don't think Beth is.
You're new.
I get text.
Because you're
but I don't
new.
know if it's
I think from the club.
Okay.
Okay.
Coaches is different.
We'll
We'll
catch
catch
up.
Okay.
And you can start earning some money by helping your friends and family get healthy. So, pretty sweet deal there. Okay, you all have a little slip in front of you too, right?
Oh yeah, I
So you guys can
this.
fill that guy out and we'll do a drawing, so make sure you fill it out. Our next challenge is sizzle and shred.
That's a cool name.
yeah.
That-
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
So the initial weigh-in will be Monday, June 2nd, so mark that in your calendars. And then, if you guys want to sign up for the next challenge, so we're gonna have little stations here, but we're gonna do a group photo really quick too, so don't like forget what I'm saying. So, if you wanna sign up for the challenge, you're gonna see Courtney after our group photo. If you want to do a launch profile, which you've all done, you would see Jake. So no one
You
would
can
see
still
Jake.
come say hi.
If you want some more products, if you guys want some of those ingredients for the mocktails or something, just come to me, let me know. And if you want to learn more about the Brain 3, get your entry fee free, go see Laura.
You did it. You said all the words.
I went to Chaska.
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
Chaska.
Chaska's like, they can fund it a little better than Moose Lake and Superior. Yeah.
Okay, what's this one for?
This is for a ticket.
For ticket, okay. I better not look. Beth!
Yeah!
The new girl!
Okay, we'll talk about your options in a minute. Okay,
And
you've
then
got.
should I do the drawing? The
Yeah,
social
drawing
drawing?
next.
Okay. This is for your guys' social media check-ins.
I am a new influencer, FYI.
Day one, she's like, I'm gonna be an influencer.
Yeah, but I saw Chris post.
Yeah, Kristen post.
I was in-
like, never get out.
I was in Italy like, what is wrong in the world? Chris is posting on her Facebook.
Chris Nelson's posted it by herself. No, I said no one else.
You gotta be present to win this one?
Yes, have to be present.
All right. What do they win for this one?
They get to choose either a 30-day mocktail
Oh, yeah.
kit or a free entry to June challenge.
Okay, you ready?
I saw it.
Who is it?
Courtney! Just kidding. I don't want to ruin it.
Courtney.
Is it start? Is it in like Peter Pan?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
I hopefully it's Wendy. I thought, what if it's not Wendy?
Oh my God.
Is it Wendy? Okay. So I watch it. Chris won.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my God.
Girl, you got a clear path ahead of you. Annabelle's gonna be shocked.
You'll be selling feet picks in no time.
Okay, well let's bring it back in. So the winner of the challenge with 1.9% of their total weight loss. The new girl! So you win a gift certificate for here for $20.
Yeah.
So, yes, redeem that after. And then take it in a group picture.
Yeah, so
In front of there? In the Taco Bell or
yeah, let's do that. That'll be cute.